We have been making so many delicious meals from the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle that is happening right now until May 11th. So come with us and see all the things that we made for this day that we got in the 2025 Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. We had a little food prep to do the day before, so we wanted to soak some of the dates for a very important recipe. We will be making the black licorice recipe from Chef AJ. These will be ready the next day, and what we did was we put it into a bag. You could use a cake decorating bag with a cake decorating tip, or you could just spread it straight on the dehydrator tray and dry it that way, but I like to get all fancy with it. So using this bag, I made long kind of licorice sticks with the bag, and I also made rosettes using this cake decorating tip. So you can, again, make it any way you like, but I really enjoyed having the little rosettes. They were so fun to eat, and it tastes exactly like black licorice. Chef AJ is a genius. This is her recipe, and you can find it in Make It Raw Volume 4 that I wrote with her for the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. So you're definitely going to want to check it out. If you are a black licorice fan, this is such an awesome creation. Then for breakfast, I did all of that in the morning, but for breakfast we had the black grape and beetroot brain elixir smoothie from Wendys in her Feminine Harmony ebook. So this ebook is part of the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle. You do get to download that when you purchase the bundle. These were really great. Then for lunch prep, we made the Sesame Ginger tofu. Now, it's not actually tofu. This recipe is in my brand new sushi ebook that is available currently right now, only in the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle and only until May 11th. After that, you'll be able to buy it separately in the ebook store, but right now it's only available in the bundle. So again, this is not tofu, but it feels like tofu, and it's got sort of a tofu texture. So we're using sprouted chickpeas, we're using Irish moss, and we're using a little bit of lion's mane mushroom in here as well. So once you blend it in the food processor, you can form them into long bars, kind of as you can see right here, and approximately about ½ inch to maybe, about ½ inch wide and thick. And they will sit in the dehydrator for 30 minutes, and we're going to turn them every 30 minutes. And I just needed to make some extra Irish moss gel, so we're going to add that to our smoothies in the future. I just wanted to share this because it's a little food prep that we did, because we soaked some Irish moss for the tofu, and we just blended the rest, which we'll use in our smoothies. So before making lunch, I had to get something ready for dinner. Tonight for dinner, we are going to be having the Fiesta rice rolls, which is a recipe in the sushi ebook, as well as the Okonomiyaki pancakes, which is also in the sushi ebook. So these are a Japanese savory pancake, and they are so delicious. One of my favorite recipes in the brand new sushi ebook that is yours when you buy the bundle. So just mincing some mushrooms, we've got some carrots, green onion, and Napa cabbage. Now I cut quite a bit of Napa cabbage, so I had way too much. So this one is going to be for our salad. For lunch, I'm just going to add it to the pad thai that we're going to make. And this here is for the pancakes. So I'm going to mix that just gently and then blend a special creamy sauce that is going to be the binder for our pancakes. So just add that sauce to the mix of vegetables, and then we will mix that up and then get them onto our dehydrator trays. Make sure that it's mixed thoroughly. It's a little sticky, and then using a mesh sheet followed by a flat sheet, then you can separate the mix into 4 and slowly take your time, make some big pancakes. So this recipe will make 4 pancakes, and you can eat them all if you wanted to, but we split them together. So we each had 2 pancakes because we wanted to also have some Fiesta rice rolls. So those go in the dehydrator. At this point, I have been working with the tofu. Again, it takes about 2.5 hours to make these, turning every 2 hours. So here is about the halfway point. I'm cutting them into little cubes, or you could cut them lengthwise like this and dry them and then use them in sushi rolls. So these are a really fun, unique recipe. If you're looking for something kind of more chewy, thick is a good flavor. So this is the Okonomiyaki sauce, one of my favorite sauce recipes that is in the bundle. We mixed that up and put it into a squeeze bottle. We also made the Kewpie dressing, which is kind of like a mayo. It's a Kewpie mayo, which goes on the pancakes. So I wanted to make those in advance because I was in the kitchen, so I might as well. Here is the Sesame Ginger sauce. We also have our pad thai sauce from Christina. Her recipe is in the group collaboration ebook for the pad thai. The group collaboration ebook, every single year we get together and create a collector's edition ebook, and this year's theme is world favorites. So there's tons of different world favorites recipes in there, and this again is Christina's pad thai recipe. So made up that sauce, and again we had extra napa cabbage, so I added it to this as well. And I wanted to put our tofu squares on top, so we mixed it with some of the sesame ginger sauce, which you can get, again, the recipe in the sushi ebook, and we just put them in there, topped it with some cilantro, and enjoyed with a little extra hot chili, some sesame seeds, and we had a little extra of the ginger sauce on the side if we wanted to have that as a flavor as well. This was such a delicious lunch and very, very satisfying. Again, this recipe for the pad thai is in the group collaboration ebook, and the little tofu cubes is in my brand new sushi ebook, both of which you get when you buy the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, which is only available until May 11th. So go click the link in the description box below and get your bundle today. Here are the pancakes. We just flipped them, so we are noticing they're getting quite dry. They're perfect, so we'll just wait until dinner. And here is how we make the double nori sheet. So I like to spray the top third of the nori sheet and then put a second nori sheet on top, so I have a really nice long piece of nori. At that point, I can put in the Fiesta rice. This is a black forbidden rice bloomed with a special Fiesta seasoning in there. Then we got some avocado, bell pepper, and onion and tomato, and then we're gonna roll this up. I like to spray that top sheet with water so that as I'm rolling, it sticks better to itself. Using the double nori technique with the spray bottle really helps to reinforce the sushi so that it stays together a lot better. And even if when you start rolling it, you notice maybe a little rip or tear, you've got the second nori sheet to further reinforce your nori rolls. So it's so much better to use 2 sheets of nori when you are making a raw vegan nori roll, just because they are so hydrating. So once you roll those up, we like to let them sit for about a minute or 2 so that everything kind of solidifies, and we can get 3 rolls from this recipe. This is one of our favorites as well. The Fiesta rice is so delicious and definitely flavorful. So we've got our rolls here, and then we can cut them. Usually you can get about 6 to 8 pieces from each roll depending on how thick you make them. So we're just cutting those. We have our pancakes that we took out of the dehydrator. We're each having 2, as you can see. And then we're just going to split evenly all of these nori rolls. They're going to be delicious because we have some epic sauces to go with them, and for our okonomiyaki pancakes. So once we cut them all, make sure that you have a really sharp knife. This really helps when you are cutting nori pieces from your sushi roll. And here we have the Kewpie mayo and the okonomiyaki sauce. It's like a red ketchup-y kind of a sauce. This is one of our absolute favorites, as mentioned, from the new sushi ebook. This sauce is great on anything. Again, it's kind of like a ketchup or a barbecue sauce mix, and it works perfectly with these pancakes. They're a Japanese savory pancake made raw, and as you can see, we have our Fiesta rice sushi rolls as well for our dinner. So this was a delicious day. I hope you can enjoy some of the recipes from the Ultimate Raw Vegan Bundle, which you can get until May 11th, 2025. And something to keep in mind, this year we are only able to host the files until June 30th due to high price increases for hosting. So if you do buy the bundle, please take 5 minutes and download the files until June 30th. After June 30th, you will not be able to download the files after, but once you download them onto your device, they're yours forever. And I also recommend to make sure that you put your files in a safe backup so you will be able to access those if anything were to happen to your main device. So please download them in a timely manner and enjoy some delicious raw vegan recipes. Everything in this bundle is brand new. There's 32 downloads valued at nearly $1,400. All you pay is $50 and you get to download everything. So thank you so much for joining me for this What We Ate from the Raw Bundle video. Hope you loved, and we will see you for another video. Fruit on.